we're going to roll tape here, and I'm going to start this one because he has decided, oh, welcome. I'm sorry. This is Beachside Retirement. This is Ed. I'm Janet. We're going to roll with this today. He's decided he's going to ask me a few questions about retirement, I think, and I'm going to give an answer, and, well, we'll see what kind of crazy things I say because that might not be the answer I give.
All right, guys, what's going on? So, first time here. If you're your first time, my name's Ed. This is Jan.
I said that already.
Duplicates.
I did the intro.
Anyway, recently retired. She says 2 months. I forget because it's great. I decided to try and get out early. For me, early. This one over here has a great professional career.
I am not retired.
Me, not so much. Me, licensed contractor my whole life, and you know, it's a different thing when you work for yourself. But being 59 years old, we see too many people with bad health stuff. I decided if I can, I'm going to get out early. And
the world says you can retire at that age if you have the ability to do so. So
exactly, does not have to be 62. Does not have to be Social Security. So
no.
Anyway,
but he's going to ask me questions. So I don't know what the questions are.
So the first question is, honestly,
okay.
For anybody out there, this one's out to you guys. Are you in a relationship, married couple? Are you like ourselves, where one spouse?
Am I answering that question? Or are you asking them?
This one's to them. So this one is to them.
Oh,
and the reason, we're driving to the beach right now, and that's why the pointing and stuff, because I got to keep my eyes on the road right in front of me. But basically, anybody out there who one spouse is retired, the other one isn't. So for us, like Jan said,
the answer for us is yes. One is, and I'm not.
And our age we have an age difference.
Not that big of one, but we have an age difference.
Yeah, so
I can't retire just yet.
So I'm the old man, but I decided for me to do it a little earlier. Lots of projects to get into, and I did it, and I don't regret it. Right now, I'm living off some savings I have, but I decided it was worth that for the next couple years to do early if I could. That way we can enjoy more family time. So the first question to you.
All right, here's my chance. All right, let's see what we got.
2 months in.
All right,
is it a good thing or a bad thing so far that I retired?
It's a good thing.
Why?
But why? Well, so I'll give you some synopsis here. So yes, it's a great thing. The job he did, hard on his body, took years and years and years. But it is a good thing. It's crazy though because it's sort of thrown a bunch of stuff out of whack a little bit in our house because he's home he's not home all the time. So I'll be honest. I'll say his retirement has actually started impacting my everyday routine in life because he is not getting up and going to work every day. He's been traveling. I've been doing things I'm not used to doing, like having to take care of our dogs in the middle of the night and being that sole person going to work, putting them in safety, and then coming home and making sure I'm home in like 8 hours because I don't want to leave them alone for too long. And so he's been traveling, which is fantastic for his retirement life. And I've been doing things that I'm not used to doing.
Let me jump in here. So in case you're not aware, we have two small wiener dogs.
They're behind
us. And they are essentially our life. We have 3 kids. Older son out living his own life. We have twins that just graduated college.
Also living their lives.
And that's why we have the 2 dogs for the twins who went away to college. And then
because that makes all the sense in the world. You got the dogs when they were about to graduate from high school, and so they're our dogs.
Empty nesters? No.
We
dog
have
parents.
2 small children in the backseat.
But they're awesome. But that's what she means, take care of the dogs. And I'm
going to finish answering the question.
I'm going to jump in.
No.
All the traveling I'm doing, it's not as selfish. He's here. He's
not at all.
You know where I've been?
With our kids.
With our kids. So my son lives in New York City.
You've traveled there 3 times now since you retired.
He just graduated from school there. He's trying to find his way if he's going to stay there. He has requested, hey, Dad, can you come up? Hey, Dad, can you come up? And now I'm not on somebody else's schedule. I made time to come up. So for me, retirement was about more family time. And true, I have been traveling, but both times it's been with my daughter. Once we went to a beach trip up there in Montauk. Not like a lot of money. I'm not talking big money retirement.
No, just
bus trip. $35 bus ticket. Yeah. And but family time. So go back. So that's what I've been doing. So
back to the rest of the answer to that question. So yes, it's been a good 2.5 months now. It literally has been like 2.5 months. So it's great actually because he is home. He's doing a lot of stuff around our house, a lot of projects of things that hadn't happened for a while and needed to be happening. So to get kind of caught up one-time kind of things, not things that are going to happen all the time. So that's been fantastic. So yeah, so how's it going? I would say first 2 months in have been good.
All right, excellent. What, let me ask you this. So recently at work, so Jan has a great job where they have time to take care of a lot of things. Like some jobs are a little crazy, but Jan's is very proactive. She was able to recently attend a retirement seminar for herself.
Yes.
Jan, you want to tell them your age and how far away or what your retirement scenario? Like you have a plan.
I do have a plan. I do have a plan.
It all starts with a plan.
It all starts with a plan.
Let me just preface it by saying this. I had a plan and she corrected me. She was right. That's the other thing. Don't be hesitant to admit when your spouse or partner is correct. So I had this plan in the springtime. I'm going to go one day. I'm going to start early retirement by working 4 days a week. Give me more time with her, more time to the beach. Taking Fridays off. I was wrong. I thought that was great. That was basically enough time to cut the grass. The more I started thinking in it, like logistically it didn't make retirement sense. It just didn't really work.
So real quick, advice to you all out there who are thinking about maybe retiring and maybe trying to ease into it. No, do not ease into it, because all you're going to end up doing are the activities that you were going to do in the evenings when you came home from work.
Yeah.
Don't do that, because that's not retirement.
It's not. She's exactly right. And I'm the person who, and I love it. I can never sit still. But that 1 day a week was
not retirement.
That was basically a day to do all your work, so maybe you could have your weekend free.
That's just a day off. That's just a day off. That's not easing into anything.
But if you can do that, that's still okay. But for me, I thought that was good. Then I had a really bad day at work, and 2 days it kind of frustrated me. And I was, as most couples do, I was just sharing your day with your spouse. And Jan always listens. She's a great listener, and she gives great advice that I don't always see. And she's like, "What are you doing? Why don't you just be done?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "Why don't you be done?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And I never really thought that I could do that. I think the 1 day a week thing was a way of me being like, "Hey, yeah, I'm going to do it."
That's not retirement. That's just taking a day off.
So then I had to listen to her. And when I listened to her, 9 times out of 10, everything she says is correct. So maybe more than that.
Just start listening to me from the beginning.
Yeah, so I did it. So that night, no
So
BS.
maybe you all take that advice, because he didn't listen. He didn't want to listen, so maybe you just listen to me too. So just go ahead and do it.
I did listen. On that Wednesday, when I said I was frustrated, she said, "Do it." I sent an email. I said, "You know what?" I let my situation know. I said, "Hey, you know what, guys? We're going to finish up this project and then I'm done." I did it right then and there. But here was my scenario real quickly. So 59 and a half, I was thinking, well, if I got like 2 years, now everybody's financial, situation's different, but in my head, maybe I didn't share with Jan, I was like, Social Security's at 62, where you can take it, that whole discussion. But I'm like, let me take some of my savings and let me have 2 years worth of enjoyment, try to get some stuff going. You'll never get that time back. Time does not come back to you.
Then that's one thing most people will tell you, that it's the time. And you can't go back in time. You can't change that. So. And
Jan made me aware. She's like, "Hey, our kids just getting out of school. They're not really set up in their life yet with what's going on. Make time." So.
Time is crazy right now, let me tell you.
Yeah, so that's for us.
So let's go back. Let me wrap this back to the original question is, well, what is my plan? Because I'm not retiring.
I'm sorry, speak too much.
I didn't retire. No, that's okay. But my plan, and so we are different ages. I'm 53, so that's a 6-year age difference if you're doing the math. And so I can't retire just yet, but I will be 59. But my plan is to retire when I'm 60, so I have 7 years. And fortunately, after looking at the numbers, going to the retirement seminar, bringing this back around. So I did learn that, what I've done and the plans that I've made in life looks like I will be okay to retire when I'm 60. So that's currently my plan. And so that's where I'm traveling down in that path. I've started setting a few things up with my work situation to prepare myself for that and from a financial perspective, and just trying to get everything in order before that happens. So I do have 7 years, 7 great years. So that's my plan. All right, what's your next question?
That's a good one. So I will say this though, she is an amazing individual and does a great job at her work, and she's a high achiever. So she's really trying to go out on her highest achievement, and I give her a lot of credit. And she's challenging herself. She's this far in her career, and she's even moving
back into another direction that's not quite the same that I've been doing for 10 or so years. And so I'm switching things up a little bit, even though I know I'm only going to be around 7 more years. But you know what? I'm going to keep
keep learning. She's
Keep
keeping
learning,
and
yes.
helping
Keep learning
people.
and making changes and moving forward in a positive direction.
Yeah. So we're a balance of what are we doing this weekend? What did we do last weekend? What do we need to do as a family? And that I'm going to jump in and just say, so what we're doing right now.
You're supposed to be asking me retirement questions.
This is a retirement question.
We're getting to the question.
So no, this is a question.
Oh.
So we have something we've been doing the last few years, and a lot of it had to do with the weekends. And we ended up getting an RV at the beach. Okay. So this
We never owned an RV in our lives. Never camped, never nothing.
Well, we can't. Our whole family owned RVs. Like all my cousins, my sisters, one of my sisters. It's like a boat. You go find somebody who has a boat. You get on the boat, but you don't have to have the boat. So, but long story short, we ended up getting into this campground. It's like a quarter mile from the ocean. It's great. It's down the beach. And a big part of me deciding to retire early was because of having said place. I'm not trying to be showy or anything because RVs aren't that expensive. It's really an annual fee at this beach park place. But that's where we're headed. And lately we head there every Friday if we can. So for me, I've been taking the time now that I'm retired to spend more time there because that's essentially our version of a beach house that we can do 6 months of the year, not a whole year. But so I go down there more often and I check with Miss Goodjob over here and like say, do you have like can you get off early on a Friday? What did you do today? Where did we come from?
I had to go to the doctor's this morning.
Yeah.
so I parlayed that into, well, I might as well just take the whole day off. So.
Parlay. So, and she's right, legitimate time, sick time she has off. We do it. So my question is, has having a retired husband help you use more of your time in a productive manner? That's what I'm thinking. My retirement, a little bit has kind of helped us do a little bit more long weekend stuff because usually I was the one almost all the time who was off later, dirty from work, tools and all this. So
I will jump in.
I would slow her down, I would think.
Yes. Okay. So we'll go with that thought in mind. So yes,
not intentionally.
It's not necessarily that I'm taking a lot more time off. It's the fact that I like to do things, and I get off earlier in the day when I'm at work. So because I work early hours to midday hours, and so when I would come home from work, I'd be, I'm still good to go. I got dinner plans, or I got to go to the store, I got to do this, got to do that. But a lot of times he would be the later person, come home later, and he's already tired and he doesn't want to go do any of those things.
Yep. Any of you guys out there a contractor?
Yeah.
You build houses for a living, remodel kitchens, bathrooms?
Your body's tired.
Are you tired when you come home?
And if you office workers, you know what I'm talking about, because when you leave your office at the end of the day, you're still okay. You're not exhausted. Most days you're not. But.
All right. So jumping in, since my schedule has changed, what's the best advantage? What's the best thing about my schedule changing for us as a family so far? Like if I'm off when you get home?
Yes.
How has that changed
That's
us?
what I was getting to. I was getting to that in the last question. All right, so yes, so when I come home, he's already there. So the routine is changing a little bit because when I used to come home, nobody else was there, and I, put my stuff away, take care of the dogs, do different things. Well, when I come home now, that stuff's already done. And now we can just go have fun. And that's my point. So what I'm getting at is the fact that it's a good change because I'm that social butterfly kind of person. I like to go do things, even if it's just going to the store or going out to dinner. I like to go do stuff. So when I come home, he's already there and he's done the stuff he was going to do during the day, and he's ready to do the same things. So now we get to go have fun.
And also, we still did all that stuff before. I like to do stuff as well. But she was a good sport. She would wait for me to get a shower, get cleaned up, and then we would head out on our errands at like 6:30 in the evening. While nowadays, we're headed out a few hours earlier.
Yeah, so that's been a good change. That's good. So what's your next retirement question for me? So I'm going to keep rolling this back to the right topic.
Okay. Was it a good thing that I did it now, or should I have waited to, like most people do, the official?
Oh, good, no, Lord. So yes, absolutely. The answer to that is a resounding yes.
And I'll jump in. For people out there, I was afraid. I don't know if I was afraid. I was leery of doing it early because I don't have everybody's got a different financial situation. But I decided you can't get the time back.
You can't get time back. Yeah, so that's where I'm going.
We all know stories about people who have bad health and they're in their family. So, sorry.
Yeah, so there's the answer. That literally is the answer. If you are able to. and you're sitting there in your head and you're thinking, should I do it? Should I not do it? And you're like, well, if I work 2 more years, I'll have money to do this. And well, so what happens in that 2 years? Something happens, and then you say, oh, well, I have to stop working right now because this happened, and you didn't get to that 2-year point. Well, don't worry about it, because do it now. You can't get the time back. You can do other things to draw income, and I think that's what a lot of people's biggest fear is that a loss of income. Perhaps you've spent your whole life working and getting this regular paycheck, or periodic paycheck, however you get paid, and you're just kind of used to that happening all the time, and you're thinking, well, if I retire, then I'm not going to have that residual income coming. But there are other ways that income comes to you at that point. You've got that savings, you've got that IRA or that 401 or the pension or whatever it is. You have a reserve because your mind is thinking about retiring. So, and this isn't a question for those who aren't in that situation. If you're in that situation for retirement, then yes, the answer to that question is do it as soon as you can. And if you're starting to think about it, just do it, because time is important.
And if I could jump in, Jen made a good point. I wanted to retire earlier in life, but I didn't have that savings account or that what do you call it?
Oh, let me throw in this one funny real quick.
No, hold on a second, please. I did what I did because I was 59 and a half. I left that part. That's very important to what you just said.
Yes, the age is there.
The reason I retired early, because I was lucky and I started a IRA when I was 21. And so I wanted to stop contracting a while ago, but I didn't have like cash reserves, right? So the reason I did it now is I finally reached where I could take some money out of my Roth, and that's why I did it early now. Had I done this when I was 56, I wouldn't have had the money to keep going and work. You could still do side hustles, but a lot of me retiring early was because I reached the threshold of 59 and a half. Okay.
So let me jump in with a really funny quote, and I'm going to go somewhere with this, by the way. So last weekend, we're at our beach place where we live on the weekends and 6 months out of the year, and we have this friend whose son is 33 years old, I believe, and he runs his own business, and he has some wealth, and he made this statement to us because he knows that we're retired, and he said, "Wan," he goes, "I want to retire early." He goes, "I want to retire now," and he goes, "But I can't." He goes, I like to spend money too much, but my advice is don't look at it as saying I want to retire early. Look at it as, well, make wise investments, and you can live off residuals from those investments if you have the means to do so. So you might be in your 30s and you might say, I want to retire early. Well, you know what? That you can. And I would tell him the same thing. You can retire early if you invest your money wisely, then you can live off of the interest. So keep that in mind, because maybe you can retire. Maybe he can retire, and that's a conversation I might have with him at some point. But yeah, he said he wants to be independent. He is independently wealthy in some regard, and he has that means, but he likes to spend money, and
he's a hard worker.
He's a very hard worker.
He's a young, like me, he's a hard worker. He's a landscaper.
And he has a very successful business. So
he gets dirty, he works hard every day, he hustles. I got no problem with people enjoying their stuff if they work for it and they're great people. Yes,
and this is that situation there.
But one thing I would jump in, this really isn't a question for Jan, but if you're at our age, obviously you can only do what you do from here on out. But if you've got kids, or if you know people that have younger people, talk to them about investing their money. I know you can't really talk to people about money; that's a touchy subject. But if you can approach them, and if you
at least within your own family,
if you can make an influence someone in a positive way, try to share that knowledge if possible. I know it's a touchy subject, but rather than keep it secret, than not watch someone else succeed later in life because you talk to them about saving some money. So,
and even if you're not encouraging them to do it at that moment in time, encourage them to be aware and to educate themselves a little bit, just so that they have an understanding of things that they could be doing.
All right, last question. All right, it's a long video.
Here we go.
So, essentially, since my schedule is freed up, but I'm on a fixed income, if we were to go to a beach bar at the beach, would it be smarter to shop happy hour prices to go for the drink? Would it be advisable for me to suck up to my wife so she would buy me a drink? Or should I be a gentleman and buy her all the drinks?
Oh.
Retirement advice. People want to know.
All right, so here's my answer.
Cocktail hour in retirement. How to approach it?
All of the above.
There you go. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Sorry for the long answers, but it's important to like make a plan. Like Jan said, she's making a plan for herself. I did it myself. I wrote shit down. Excuse my language. I wrote that down. I wrote all my bills down. I paid off as much as I could. We still have bills, by the way.
We still have bills. We still have bills.
We still have bills, but I made a plan. And like Jan says, make your plan, and then if you are able to do it, enjoy it. But
yeah, best advice: time.
Time's the most valuable thing. What's more? Last question.
All right, last question. All right, here we go.
What's more valuable, money, having a lot of money, or time?
Time, because I don't care how much money people have. If I can go spend time with you, though, that's the most important thing.
That's it. We're going to end on that note. All right, guys. Love you. Thanks for watching the video. Be kind. Be safe. See you in the next one.
Thanks.